starting if you want. Basically, get elements methods demo, all the get elements methods, how to use, I'll show you. So again, first launch the browser, maximize the window, add implicit wait, and so create a WebDriver wait object. So new WebDriver wait, driver comma, duration dot of milliseconds. You just give 30,000 milliseconds means 30 seconds. So I'm just opening the rediff.com. Okay, the rediff.com, and I'm so verifying the page title, rediff mail. Title contains I'm using because page title is very big, but I'm using partial. So that's the wait dot until expected conditions dot title contains. Now, so let's open this URL even in the browser also, so that you will get so what we are doing here. See, so these are the top stories. I want to get this top story. How can you get this top story? So we need to write an XPath for this, and that XPath how to write it, let's see this. Inspect element. Okay, still we didn't get. Let me so highlight this. Inspect it. See, this is the one. You have to come from here. So this is the parent, then child, then A. So this is how you need to write. So div ID top div. So I'll take this top div and I'll write a XPath. So maybe this XPath I'll put. Let me put there. So and Control F. So double forward slash div square bracket @ID equal to so div value, then h2 slash a. See now it is identifying this. So this is how you can write the XPath. This XPath I have used here to get the first text. I'm getting the fetch top story dynamic text from Rediff home page. So that's what I did here. So basically here I'm using XPath locator and I'm wrapping this because you see here 1 to 6 with this XPath 1 to 6 are there. So then what you need to do, you can index it. So you index it and put 1 so that it will be first one we will get. So this is the one how you can wrap. If any XPath is referring more than one element, so you can wrap like this. Put it in the entire XPath, then in the square brackets put index. So that will represent the first one. Always first one it will represent. It doesn't matter what text is it. That's what I did. I wrapped entire XPath, then I'm indexing it. So I'm calling the getText method. I will store this variable. I'm printing that variable. So I want to get money link tooltip. So this is a money link tooltip. I want this money link tooltip. Say you have a very big tooltip. So where you can find that tooltip in the title attribute. So I'm getting that. So web element money link equal to driver dot find element by dot XPath. I'm writing the XPath for this. Okay. So then money link tooltip equal to, so string money link tooltip equal to this web element dot get attribute of title. So that element title I'm getting that. The tooltip I'm getting that. Then you can print that tooltip. Same fetch money link URL. So any URL, how can you fetch money link dot get attribute of href. So the URL will store here. Then I'm printing that URL. Say I got the tooltip, I got the same. So see, I identified the web element. Same web element I'm using here. I don't need to write again driver.find element. So one time you stored in this money link web element variable, that variable you can use here. Then on this web element, this variable, what type of data? Web element data type. So web element data type dot get attribute. Web element data type dot get attribute href. So these are fixed code. These are, if you want a URL of the link, this is the fixed code. If you want tooltip of the any element, get attribute of title fixed. You don't need to change even single letter also here. Only your element will change. That's it. Next. So I'm identifying the create account link. Driver.find element by dot link text locator I'm using. I covered almost all the locators. ID, name, XPath, CSS selector. Now I'm covering link text locator. Create account. So I'm just identifying the create account. String color. I'm finding the color of that link. So how can you get the color? The create account link dot get CSS value of color. This color is the CSS property name that you are fetching, storing in this variable. You can print that value. So how can you find the whether the link is underlined or not? String ud equal to create account link dot get CSS value of text hyphen decoration. Text hyphen decoration will tell you whether it is underlined or not. Whether it is underlined or not. That's this color, those things. How you can get the color. Next, how whether it is underlined or not, you can get with the text hyphen decoration. And then fetch the font family. So string variable equal to create account link dot get CSS value of font hyphen family. So fetch the, like that you can fetch all the CSS properties. I have used 3 properties, 3 values you will get for the same element. Now, so get location, get size, get rect methods I'm showing here. So web element set shaded box. This set shaded box. This set shaded box I'm identifying. You can see this. So I'm taking here class home search box. See that I used a class name also here. Home search box. I'm identifying that. See how I'm giving a name. Please understand how I'm giving a name. Name of this element, then type of this element. Set edit box. So name and then category. So this is the web element name. So this variable data type is a web element. So the web element, now you can get the point object, point p equal to set edit box dot get location. This method returns a point object. That's why return type of this method, variable name equal to element dot get location. How can you get the x coordinate? P dot get x. How can you get the y coordinate? P dot get y method. So Selenium 4, how you can use this? How you can get the x coordinate and y coordinate? See, set edit box dot get rect dot get x. So this is the code element dot get rect dot get x method will give you the x coordinate. The y coordinate element dot get rect dot get y method. So this will give you the y coordinate of this set edit box, and this code will give you x coordinate. So in Selenium 3, so how can you get the height and width of any element? So dimension d equal to set edit box dot get size method. Get size method return type is a dimension object. So now we can get the dimension object dot get height, dimension object dot get width method you have to call. In Selenium 4, same thing. How can you get? So Selenium 4 get height and get width. So how can you get? So this is the one. Height is set box dot get rect dot get height method. Set box dot get rect method dot get width method. See, get width method you have to call. So fetch the tag name of the set box. So string tag name equal to set box dot get tag name. Get tag name returns a string type data. So then you can print that value. So this is the how you can so call all the methods. Selenium 4 methods also I called. So get location, get size, we got a Selenium 4 methods. Selenium 3 it is different, Selenium 4 it is different. So let's run this program. You will get all the data. So getting the text from web page, always you have to call get text method. So running the program, the browser will open successfully. See, 138 stranded passengers of SpiceJet leave Karachi. So that was the thing, all the data you got it. You can go and see that. See, top story dynamic text is the one. So you got into a variable. Later you can use the wherever you want. So money link tooltip is this one. So link URL is this is the money href URL, href value, color value, and none. It's not no highlighted. Font family. This is the font family. Coordinates, x coordinate, y coordinate. Three same values we got. Selenium 3 and Selenium 4. This is the Selenium 3, first one. This is the Selenium 4. If you want, maybe you can write proper height. That is the one. See, height of the searched box is 24 and 225. Even with the Selenium 4 methods also, you're getting the same data. And the edit box always is going to have input tag. So that's it. So we have other methods like Boolean commands. Next one is a Boolean commands. The Boolean commands are we have is displayed, is enabled, is selected. So these are the Boolean commands. WebDriver, web element Boolean commands, Boolean methods. So what are the first methods? Is displayed, is enabled, is selected. So how to use this again? So on the web element you can call these methods, but these methods will return a Boolean value. You have to use in the else conditions, or you have to use in the assertions. So this will return a true or false to you. So it checks whether the given element is present in the page or not. So it checks whether the given element is present in the page or not. So web element, so element equal to, so driver dot find element by dot locator locate value. You are identifying the web element. So if element dot is displayed, if the element is present in the web page, and do the actions on that element, else don't do any action on that element. That's a if else conditions you can write. So is enabled. So this method will tell you whether the element is enabled or disabled. So if you want to know that, first identify that element. So how can you identify any element? Web element name equal to driver dot find element by dot locator value. So if element dot is enabled, then you can do type action or click action. Else don't do any action. Right? If it is disabled, you cannot perform a click action. Right? That's how we can do it. So E is selected. It checks whether the tick box or radio button or drop down is selected an element or not from those things. So first identify that element. Element 2 equal to driver dot find element by dot locator value. If element dot is selected, then do the some action, else do other action. So this is the 3 Boolean commands we have in Selenium. So let's go and target this, how we can plan this code, how we can write. So Boolean commands demo. Boolean commands demo. Okay. So I'm opening the, again, same, open the browser, any browser, it's up to you. So maximize the window, add implicit wait. So add explicit wait, object you create. First you have to pass the driver object, then duration dot off millis. Then open the salesforce.com website. So this is the salesforce.com website I'm opening. So salesforce.com we're opening. So what I'm going to do, I'll click on this login. Okay, it will go to next page. And there, first I'll check whether this login, before clicking, this login is present or not, I'm checking. So login is present and enabled, then I can click it. Otherwise I cannot click, right? So that I'm checking here. Then I'll perform the click action. If it is available and enabled, then I'll perform the click action. So then come here and check this checkbox. If it is already checked, don't do that. First I want to check the checkbox. So you have to write a condition here. If this checkbox is selected, then don't do any action. If it is not selected, click on that. It will check the checkbox. And now I want to uncheck that. Again, I have to write a condition. If element is selected, click one more time, it will uncheck. So else don't do any action. So this is how we can write the code for this. I'm writing the same website code. See that. First, I'm fetching the page title and so absolute URL, and maybe you can use these methods again if you don't want to forget. Just write the methods, get window handle, all these are string methods. Okay. So handles equal to driver dot get window handles. So these are the, so it fetches the set string. No, this method will return the set collection. So generics. So I don't know whether the second batch guy is already there, and I explained yesterday programs also. So wait dot until expected conditions dot title contains Salesforce IN. So I'm waiting for this page title and verifying. Wait and verify the current page title, right? So that's what we are doing. Then identify the login button. First, I'm identifying web element login button equal to driver dot find element by dot xpath /div role @ role equal to button, and So please observe this. @ARIA label equal to login. So we have used here and between the two attributes for the same tag. Tag attribute 1 and attribute 2 both are there, then identify that element I'm saying. Then if login button is displayed and login button is enabled, then wait until expected condition start element to be clickable. So this method, what it does, it will wait until the element is present and enabled, then you perform the click action. So this is the code you have to write. So any proper code. Okay. Then so once you click, it will go to next page. So I'm verifying that the login Salesforce page title. Wait dot until expected condition start. Title contains login Salesforce. So web element. Remember me checkbox I'm identifying. This checkbox I'm identifying using ID. So there is ID. I'm using that ID to identify that. If remember me checkbox dot is selected, then don't do any action. Basically, I want to tick the checkbox. Else, if it is not ticked, so that element dot click method. Checkboxes, I told you, click method you have to use. So if you click, it will tick the checkbox. Now, after some time, I want to untick the checkbox. Again, I have to write one more if condition. If remember me checkbox dot is selected, then remember me checkbox dot click method. If it is already selected, click one more time, it will untick. So that's a very simple logic we are using. Then close the browser. That's it. You can see now. See that it will check now first. I think it got failed. So let's go and see that. Yes, it got failed. See what is the reason for failure. First, read this. WebDriver exception. So exception in thread main. WebDriver exception. Unknown error cannot determine loading status. Unexpected command response. So where it is, you can see this. So it is showing this XPath place. See, there are two square bracket it is showing, but I'm not sure that is the reason or some other. But let's go and see that. Here it is. Okay, that is not the issue. So then you are not able to catch. You can see here, class name, method name, line number 56. Line number 56, that's an issue. So click is not, click happened. I'm not sure why it is no. The click happened. Still, it is failing there. Now it should go here and it continue. Why that is, let's run one more time. There is no issue in the code. Let's run one more time. The click happened, that's why it went to next page. Yeah, it happened immediately, but still failing. Still failing. Cannot determine loading status. Let me add some wait time. red dot sleep. That's how we need to debug first. 3000 milliseconds I'm adding. That means 3 seconds I'm just waiting. Let me close these browsers, because we should not keep open these browsers. Let's move on. Yeah, so there's a delay, right? It doesn't sufficient. That's the reason it was failing, right? So you have to add some sleep, little bits we have to add. So this is also not sufficient. I don't know why it didn't take, but that's the reason you have to add. Maybe you can reduce 2 seconds. Instead of 3 seconds, you can wait for 2 seconds. I think 2 seconds is not sufficient. Yeah, it's not sufficient. It just exactly needed 3 seconds. So we're getting some loading issue. Okay, so that's the some wait time. So you have to see wait is not sufficient, just increase it. Okay, so not a problem. For one program, it's not an issue. Okay, thread.sleep. You can use that also, right? So I think it has gone through, right? Time. Still we're getting, that's fine. You can increase if you want more. Yeah. Let me stop the recording so that